Surprise! They can't hear you. Your mic's not plugged in because you're going to go watch Call the Midwife and abandon us. Welcome everybody to a out of the blue Sunday show. I was actually not going to stream at all today. I was like, I might do, I might not, I might do, I might not, I might do. And then I put a post on Facebook ages ago saying if someone buys t-shirts, I might stream. And someone bought one t-shirt, so I was like, well, I probably should. And then Games Workshop dropped a massive announcement, which we'll talk about in just a second. So first of all, if you're new here, please make sure you hit all those magical buttons for YouTube. Hit that like button. All of you in chat right now, hit that like button, smash that subscribe button if you're not subscribed already, and then please make sure you hit that bell notification icon if you want to know every single time we go live, every single time we post a video, blah, 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 all that YouTube nonsense, right? So why wasn't I going to go live? Well, it's a Sunday, and I was relaxing a little bit after doing a whole day's worth of work, and we've got the gaming stream tomorrow on the new gaming channel, and we've got the Liam and Joe show on Tuesday, blah, blah, lots and lots of content coming, and then GW announced what's going up for pre-order next Saturday. Now, they are announcing loads of Combat Patrol boxes. Now, Combat Patrol boxes look cool, but they kind of look like the old Start collecting boxes, which are now called Combat Patrol boxes. Now, I don't know if they're going to be limited run or whether they're going to be a permanent product available from GW, and if they're just bridging that gap between buying a single box of models and buying not Combat Patrol, sorry, Breaching Patrol. A Combat Patrol box is the more expensive one at £90 UK if you buy it in the UK from GW. So I don't know if this is just a gap bridge, a bridge gap, whatever you want to call it. I don't know if this is just something that they're doing where you could buy a box of models or you could buy a Combat Patrol, but here's something that sits just in between in terms of price point. On the whole, they look like they're relatively good value, probably, as much as you can say that about GW products. So they have announced that they're going up for pre-order, some of them at least. So they have announced, this doesn't include the boxes we saw yesterday showcased the new Farsight model with the new Tau box or the new Snickrot model with the new Orc box. What they've showed us today is other Combat Patrol boxes. This is me stalling once I get the... probably should have already had the article up, right? This is just unprofessional streaming. In the meantime, I can say it gives me a chance to say a big thank you to... a big thank you to Nordos, a big thank you to Yeston, you absolute heroes, for gifting some incredible memberships to the channel. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Why am I not... Check out next week's pre-orders. Is it all the same article? Did I already have the... I did already have the article open. Okay, cool. So they are showing off the boarding patrol for Admech, the boarding patrol for Chaos Demons. That one annoys me a little bit. The boarding patrol for Death Guard, and the boarding patrol for Gene Stealer Cults. Obviously, yesterday we did see the previews for both Farsight and Boss Nick, right? The Farsight has a glorious, beautiful new model with a boarding patrol box, and Boss Nickra also has a glorious new model with a boarding patrol box. So boarding patrol seems like they might be this stopgap in between full-size Combat Patrol and nothing, okay? Which kind of makes sense. Big thank you, Tim, for gifting a membership. But that's not the one that I got excited for. That's not the one. That's not the reason why I hit the stream button, and it's also not the reason why I suddenly photoshopped it and cut it out and stuck it on a thumbnail. You'll see it on the thumbnail. The reason why I got excited is because of this preview. Okay, Sunday preview, Vashtor besieges the Rock. Nice. Vashtor and Abaddon's Dark Crusade is going well. They thank you for asking. And the next part of their instructable plan unfolds in this week's Sunday's preview. Inscrutable plan. Sorry. Terrible reading. It's Sunday. I'm tired. There you go. The Archonthane has now fixed his baleful gaze firmly on the nigh impregnable fortress monastery of the Dark Angels. Can the First Legion withstand the assault? Video. You can watch it on the Warhamster community page. Arcs of Omen Vashtor. The third installment of Arcs of Omen zeroes in on the sieges of the Rock, as Vashtor searches for powerful component his diabolical goal. The Dark Angels aren't taking this invasion lightly and rally their forces as a mysterious third party enters the slaughter. This is the crucial next stage in the overarching narrative of Warhammer.
For the starving children.
Thank you, Aubrey, you hero. This is the crucial next stage in the overarching narrative for Warhammer 40,000, containing the Rock Besieged, a boarding actions campaign with 8 new narrative missions telling the story of this climactic raid. There are also additional boarding action rules for the Chaos Demons, Necrons, Tyranids, Gene Stealer Cults, and Death Guard, and the Adeptus Mechanicus. Arcs of Vashtor is available in a sumptuous collector's edition with a gorgeous cover embossed with silver foil, printed page edges and black ribbon page marker, standard, limited edition codexy type stuff. These editions are only available while stocks last, so set your own plans in motion. Get your sniper bot so you can scalp it is basically what they're saying there, right? And here's the box set. Now, here's a plus and a minus for me. We'll go into it in just a moment. Recreate the pivotal moments of Vashtor's invasion on the rock with this jam-packed battle box. This is the first place we'll be able to get the models for Vashtor the Archonthane and Supreme Grandmaster Azrael. Put a pin in that, chat. We'll get back to that one. This set also contains a skittering Venom Crawler, 2 hulking Obliterators, and 10 Chaos Cultists who are way out their depth on Team Vashtor, facing down 10 Intercessors and 5 Deathwing Terminators who make up Azrael's Honor Guard. You also get 2 Dark Angels Primaris upgrade frames and a set of 155 Dark Angels Transfers. Vashtor dice, whole other problem. 15 dice only now, apparently. Pay the same price, only get 15, not 20. Whoever wants to buy 15 dice? Whoever wants to, like a single, if you have a set of Intercessors that are rapid firing, a set of 10 Intercessors, you need 20 dice.
I'm getting a chub on for Vashtor, can't wait.
15 dice is a joke, chat. Thank you, Warmaster Will, for the sub, for the donation. Tired of supporting the same old Chaos Gods? Weary of the big four getting all the attention? Throw your lot in with Vashtor instead, with this pack of 15 dice coloured in black and brass featuring his own special ship on the face. Now, they're pretty dice. I don't dislike the dice. They shouldn't be 15, they should be 20. Those who buy Arcs of Vashtor with the Soul Forge King and Vashtor dice set together can get all of them in a bundle of exclusive art print while stocks last. Again, for scalpers. We then go into Border Patrols, right? Admech Demons, Death Guard, G's to the Cults. Imperial Knights and Chaos Knights dice in boxes of 15, because why wouldn't you? And other releases. Let's not talk about that. Let's go back up to the Vashtor box set, right? Dump all those 155 transfers on the 20 models, exactly. This box set, okay? I'm both excited and horrified at the same time. Vashtor, for me, is a really cool looking model, and I'm very excited to see him and see what he can do on the tabletop. Like, I'm guessing, since they're dubbing him almost a 5th Chaos God, that he's going to be pretty fire on the tabletop. We could assume. I think his model looks quite cool as well. He's got a big nasty claw. He's got a big hammer. He looks pretty melee focused, so maybe he'll fit in with World Eaters. I'm hoping I can take him with World Eaters. Saying that, the rest of the Chaos Marine stuff in that box I can't take with World Eaters.
I absolutely love the new Farsight model. That it's only going to be in a boarding party. Not a big fan, cause I really don't need any more FWs or CLs.
Scott, I'm getting to that in just a moment. You kind of beat me to it there, but I'm getting to that one, mate, don't you worry.
I got into my Saoud for the christening. Unfortunately, I've ate too much. A button flew off and shot the godmother. Wife's mad, happy Sunday.
Thanks, Dave. What a great story. So Vashtor is a stunning looking model, and I can assume he's going to be super cool. I really want to add him to my World Eaters. I'm hoping I can use him in World Eaters. I'm very concerned that I won't be able to. That being said, the cultists I possibly could use as jackals, the obliterators I've got no need for, and the venom crawler. I hate the fact that to have obliterators now you have to have a venom crawler because they put them on the same sprue because someone at Games Workshop is an idiot. Then the Dark Angels half, Azrael, again a beautiful model, but if you're already a Dark Angels player and you have been a Dark Angels player for a while, do you need more Deathwing Terminators and more Intercessors? I would argue probably not. In fact, if you look at the competitive meta right now, no one needs to buy more Deathwing Terminators because everyone's bought them all anyway. So that's the Vashtor box set, right? Now, if we jump across to the Commander Farsight box set, right? Commander Farsight in his boarding patrol with 3 more Crisis Suits and 10 Fire Warriors or Breaches. Now, again, this model, I think, is absolutely beautiful. I'm a huge fan of it. It's the first time it made me actually consider collecting a Tau army, apart from the fact that I really hate Crisis Suits. I'm not a big fan at all. But what a stunning model. Brand new Commander Farsight, but only in boarding patrols. So Vashtor and Azrael, only in that box set. Farsight only in this box set. And if we jump across to this one, we've got a brand new Boss Snickrot, another stunning model, but only in this box set, which has got Beast Snaggers and there's a little part of me that wants to collect an Orc army just for the Boss Snickrot, but it's not going to happen, right? But you've got the Sneaky Gits here, and then you've got the Flash Gits at the back, and you've got Boss Snickrot. Here's my problem, chat. Okay, my problem is that all of these new characters, Snickrot, Farsight, Vashtor, Azrael, only available in big expensive boxes for now. I think that's a really shitty way of doing business. Because let's face it, why are they doing it? They're doing it simply because they know for a fact that they will in fact sell those boxes because of those models. The Vashtor one specifically really feels like there's just filler in it. It's just filler to justify a more expensive box. And I'm not for that. Vashtor and Azrael are beautiful models. They've done a great job. I want to take nothing away from them with that. But the box is just filler. It's not even a decent, coherent Chaos Space Marine force. Obliterators, Venom Crawler, 10 Cultists, and Vashtor.
Heresy. You can never have enough Terminators.
Touche, Chris Joss, touche. but it just feels like a box full of filler. And that's the thing that annoys me. Now, if I can run him in World Eaters, I'm probably one of those suckers who would pick up the box. Simply because I really, really, really want Vashtor. And John's just said this is hardly a new thing. It's absolutely not a new thing, John. Completely agree with you, it's not a new thing. But it's just starting to annoy me a little bit. Like, there's a little part of me that feels like it's just squeezing pennies out. And I wouldn't even mind a box being full of filler if it was kind of...
Again, EOS is one step above. Last week's release has a set of 20 dice. YGW. But at least the new models look good as hell. Welcome for the stream.
Thanks,
Hugging
Adrian.
face.
Thanks. I'd like to do more Sunday streams, not every single week, but more. We'll see how successful this one is. The thing is, right, is if you... So Azrael's filler, to me, makes a little bit more sense. Because it's some normal Space Marines that you can use as his troops. And then he's got Deathwing Terminators, which I assume will be the same normal Deathwing Terminator kit. So you can build Deathwing Knights and you can build a Terminator Command Squad. You actually have something that Space Marine-wise makes sense, I think. Now, granted, I don't fully know the lore behind Vashtor right now. I haven't read any lore about him at the moment. So I just know that he's essentially borderline a Chaos Machine God. He's going to be buffing a Venom Crawler? That's it? Because he's machine-based, so assuming that he's giving out buffs and auras to machines, he's buffing a Venom Crawler. Unless he also buffs Obliterators, which would be super cool. I can't see it, though, because they're not really machines. They're more demons than demon engines. And then 10 Cultists. Warmaster Will says I can always do more Blitz and Venom Crawlers. Well, then if I get this box, Will, you might as well have these ones because I don't. Is Vashtor only available as separate blisters for arms, torso, legs, head from Forge World? Yeah, I mean it's better than that at least. I just don't. It just doesn't. I'm not sure. It makes sense as units that go with him at the moment. Again, I don't know his rules. I don't know his narrative, and perhaps I'm way off the mark. Perhaps it's actually a perfect combination. But again, it feels like bad filler. Whoever decided to put Obliterators and Venom Crawler on the same sprue is beyond me. I don't know who thought that was a good idea. I'm not... They think they said he buffs Demon Kid and Demon Engines. Interesting. Forget Vashtor, the new Snickrot model is worse than the old Finecast one. What do you mean? Do you reckon? I think it's beautiful. I really like the new Snickrot model. What's up with it? What's up with it, Veritas? I think he's super cool. Is it just me? Who else thinks the Snickrot model's terrible and who else thinks it's cool? I'm up for that. Name your price. Wow. We'll see. Dates for the April 40k narrative event went up today. Did they? Good. Perfect. Yes. Narrative. Right, people. Turns out you lot bought lots of tickets to the narrative event after the last Sunday show that I did because the narrative event is fucking brilliant. So we're increasing the number of narrative events we'd originally planned to do by a fair few. So, just saying, you get lots of opportunities to push the narrative forward and come and hang out with us. So, make sure you get those narrative tickets in early because they sell fucking quickly at the moment. Specifically because we do them on a faction per faction basis. So, if you want to be Chaos, for example, we only have X number of Chaos available. The new Snickrot is missing the finger at the lips. That sprue is from the discontinued Start Collecting box. No master possession from that box, though. So excited for the narrative event next week. I'm looking forward to it. I don't even think I'm going to play. I think I'm just going to come and hang out and pester people and be a pain in the arse. I prefer old Snickrot on it. Really? People like the old Snickrot? I'm surprised. Let me find the old... Is he still on the website? I'm going to find him now. I'm going to do a side-by-side comparison. Because I think, personally, I think the new Snickrot almost tempted me to start Orcs because I just really like the model. But you lot now, you've got me worried that he's actually a lot worse. Right, so we're in the Orcs page. Let's go view all. Let's go find old Snickrot. Pain Boy, Weird Boy, Squigosaur, Mega Knobs. See, the second I come into looking at the old Orcs, I suddenly don't really want to collect them anymore. Old Snick. Oh, he's not on there anymore. They've taken him off already. Have they taken him off already? Really? They didn't fuck around there considering he's not even out yet, did they? Weird Boy. Am I missing him? Big Mech. Beast Boss.
Knowing GW love of SMV buffs a jump pack Sea Lord.
Snickrot. Let's Google images him. Images. Lexicanum. That looks like the new one. Where is he? Oh no, that's... Really, you guys? Really? You prefer that one to the new one? Really? Honestly, chat? This is one of the very few occasions where I think you might, in fact, be drunk. I can't get a big zoomed-in image of him, though. No, I think the new one for me every day of the week. So we put him there like that. And we put in that one there like that. And we do that like that. I can't get a bigger image of him right now. Will that give me a bigger image of him if I click on it? Agree. Oh, hang on. Let's came in and done all the work for me. This is much easier. Let's get rid of this ad if I can. How do I get rid of the ad? No, I don't want to. I don't want to click on the ad. What? How do I get rid of the ad? No, I don't want to try now. Go away, ad. Well, this is annoying, isn't it? Skip ad. I don't understand what's happening right now. Okay, cool, right. Got rid of it. It worked. Got rid of it. Right, chat, you ready? Go across. Go across. Computers and junk. Right, there we go. There's our comparison. F11. Screen share. People really prefer the old one. I don't understand why you do if you do. Oh my god, that scared the shit out of me. Well, this is really annoying, isn't it? It's just adverts now all the time. Ugh, right, we're not fucking out with this anymore. Come on, go away. Lexicanum is just shit ads all the time now. Just so you know, people. Apparently, need an ad blocker. Need an ad blocker to make that website work. That's a shame. Yeah, I think the new one is. I think the new one is much nicer. I'm perfectly happy with the new one. I think I don't. I can't see how the old one is actually any cooler at all. There's nothing about him that's like he's still holding two knives. He's basically the same pose. You can still put the like stealth goggles on him. It doesn't make sense. It's the same. It's the fucking same model. There's nothing different there, chat. It's not really any difference at all. That's like playing. That's like that meme where you see corporate asks you to tell the difference between these two photos, and then she goes, "They're the same photo." That's that, right? That's what that is. Those of you being fussy are just being fussy. I watch all the people hitting under sub right now. But new Farsight, wow, he looks cool. It's just a shame that I don't like most of the Tau aesthetic. But Vashtor's exciting. What do we hope Vashtor does? Like, where do we want him to be rules-wise? What do we want him to do? Talk to me, chat. People like the old one for the finger. What do we want? What do we want old Vashtor to do in game? I want to know that from. Obviously, he goes on pre-order next week, so we're not gonna find out for 2 weeks if you're waiting for the box to come out as to what he actually does rules-wise. Unless GW, to be fair, we can probably assume GW will start releasing his rules this week because they typically do that. And you'll see a couple of community articles that will probably show off what he does and how he does it. I would like... So Lord Discordants already do okay at buffing demon engines. They do things, they help demon engines, right? Lord Discordants still help demon engines, don't they? Is that what they do? I haven't looked for a while because I don't play Chaos Space Marines anymore, because I now play World Eaters, and apparently World Eaters aren't Chaos Space Marines because you can't take half of what's in the Chaos Space Marine book. In fact, arguably more. So let's go Chaos Space Marines, and we'll go to units, and we'll go to a Lord Discordant on Hellstalker. Okay, corrupt machine spirits. This model can corrupt either an enemy vehicle or one friendly vehicle. If it corrupts an enemy, roll a d6 equal to the wounds characteristic of that model. For each 6, it suffers a mortal wound. If it corrupts a friendly model, each time a model makes an attack, add 1 to attack's hit roll. Each model can only be corrupted once per turn. Spirit Thief, if it destroys a video, so it can give something +1 to hit. It can give a friendly vehicle +1 to hit, is what the Lord Discordant can do right now. So if we're gonna buff demon engines, chat, because a lot of you saying buff demon engines, how is he buffing demon engines? How is he helping demon engines out? Because is he just giving them +1 to hit like the Lord Discordant does, or is he doing more? So I like the idea. So Hemlin is just a demon prince for demon engines, as they aren't called, they don't get rerolls. It's that'd be super cool.
VASHTOR and a full demon engine list for March.
I don't think he'll be out in time, will he? He's out. If he goes on pre-order next Saturday, which is the 11th, he'll be out 18th. Okay, so you'd have a week to build and paint him, but strictly his rules would miss our rules cut off for our GTs, so you wouldn't be able to use him. So I actually really like the idea that he could do the reroll 1s aura that Demon Princes give to Core and Chaos Lords give, because at the moment you don't have that for Demon Engines. You just get +1 from the Lord Discordant, which actually you could just take with a stratagem for Chaos Space Marines anyway. So reroll 1s I'm a big fan of. Liam says reroll 1s maybe. Yeah, I like that one. What do you want to know about Demon Engines?
I want Vashtor to buff the stock robots at GW so he arrives before June.
Yeah, that's the other problem, right, guys? I mean, no promises. Vashtor should buff Demon Engines, reroll, and Obsec for Demon... Oh, Obsec for Demon Engines would be quite nice now. I like that idea. Kai wins internet for today, 100% he does. I want Vashtor to march up with Decimators and Forge Fiends, healing D3 on each within 6 inches and reroll 1s to hit or wound. Okay. I like the reroll 1s to wound piece simply because it's different to a captain and a demon prince, and you can already get +1 to hit from the Lord Discordant. Okay, so I'm kind of like I sit in a world where if you can already give something +1 to hit, I don't want to then give it access to rerolls. I don't mind reroll 1s or +1 to hit. I don't want things to have both, because I don't like it when you can go I hit on 2, so I've got a weapon skill or a ballistic skill of 3+. I hit on 2s, I can reroll 1s. I don't like that. I like there to always be an actual chance of failure. So when you kind of remove the majority of that chance of failure, and obviously mathematically you don't completely eliminate it, because you could reroll a 1 into a 1, as we see on the streams numerous times. But if you take out the fact that 1's just flat fail and you give them a reroll and a chance to roll it again on a 2+, it just significantly reduces that chance of failure. And for me, 40k needs to have that risk. It needs to have that failure in it. And one of the things that I'm really sad about throughout the whole of 8th and 9th edition, in fact, is the fact that there are so many reroll auras, chapter master reroll buffs, like reroll 1 auras, reroll 1s to wound. Like, there's so much layered in rerolling in the game now that a significant portion of the random element of what I love about 40k has kind of been removed. And I don't like it. There was lots of other things I really like. I used to run Eldar jet bikes, and if I flew into terrain and parked up on top of a piece of terrain, I used to have to take a dangerous terrain test. And if I rolled a 1, a whole jet bike just flat died, and there was nothing I could do about it. I really miss that random element that we seem to have kind of eliminated. One of the reasons, actually, why I've been really enjoying running World Eaters of late is simplistically because there isn't tons and tons and tons and tons of rerolls. You can get reroll 1s from a Demon Prince, you can get it from Angron, and you can get reroll 1s to Wound from Khan. And that's it. In fact, the list that I'd like to work towards has a Lord Discordant, not a Lord Discordant, sorry, a Lord on a Juggernaut, and Lord Invocatus. I'll have no rerolls. My army will have no rerolls once I've built it. I don't like them. I don't like rerolls.
Hey community, let's see how much we can get for the hashtag #Neuter2 fund in one chill Sunday stream. The Demperor has too much bear skin left on his arms. Grimacing face, grimacing face.
Thanks, Adrian. I've actually got a session booked in May, but I'm probably gonna have to cancel it because it's expensive, right? And we're in a time of life now where things are expensive and we just can't afford to do certain things. Oh, I forgot. I actually I made a mental note. I completely forgot to say a massive shout out to Nurgle Matthew as well, who gifted 5 of the finest Liam Dempsey memberships. That's 8 memberships so far on a Sunday stream. Big shout out, Nurgle Matt. You're an absolute legend, and he's in almost all of the streams. So thank you, man, for gifting. You're an absolute hero, and I love you very dearly. Vashtor gives out trans hit to demon engines. That's quite. I like that. A little bit of a debuff is okay. I like the fact that it's different, Dave. So I'm 100% for it being different, but I also kind of hate it when something has a rule that basically negates another person's army rule. Does that make sense? So if you have trans hitman and you're playing against custodians, you're kind of really hurting something they have to pay points for. I don't know. But yeah, I like I said, I my World Eaters list I'm working towards, chat, right? Which is Berserkers, 8-bound exotic, 8-bound rhinos, jackals, and the two characters I spoke about gives out 0 rerolls. So when I play against my opponent at any event that I'm running this army into, they don't have to sit there and just eat reroll upon reroll upon reroll. They don't have to do that. Because I'm going to reroll nothing. All I'm going to have is CP rerolls. And I feel like if all you had was CP rerolls, people wouldn't feel so bad about that reroll scenario. So that's what I'm building, because I think it's more fun. Thank you, Gaz, for gifting another membership. You're a hero. That's up to 9. Just 91 away with 31 minutes to go. 175 people in chat, 78 likes. We can get to 100 likes in no time, I've got no doubt. If everyone gifts a single membership, we'll get to 100 and I'll give a voucher away on a Sunday. And those random people that kept an eye on in case there was a Sunday stream then could be in the chance of winning a voucher. And we're at 173 people, which is a lot less than normal, which means if you're in chat, you've got a higher chance of winning the voucher. Just saying. Celtic Failure gifting 5 legend. Thank you so much, man. You're a hero. I appreciate it. I haven't actually opened up my little window so I can manually update the members stream, but I'll keep an eye on it and add it at the end ready for Wednesday. Thank you, you hero. Randomness of dying inside a vehicle. I like that sort of stuff. Welcome all new members, says Gaz. Why not join us in the Great Hall Discord? 100% using the link above. It's a great community. And if you haven't already, click the link in chat and go and buy yourself a t-shirt. I make basically fuck all of the t-shirts because Spring are robbing bastards, but I just wanted to get Great Hall t-shirts out there, get more people wearing them. And I took you'll notice as well in the t-shirts, I took my name out on purpose and just put in Great Hall instead of my name, because I feel like people are more inclined to wear a t-shirt that says the Great Hall rather than my fucking name across your chest. Oil One also says, James G, welcome. Maybe contrary to lack of risk, but vehicles should have more consistency. Shouldn't be shot off the board by pistols. Agree. Something like can't be damaged if strength is half of toughness. Matt, it's weird. 100% what it used to be in 7th edition. 100% what it used to be for 7th edition. So it used to be that if your weapon strength was half the vehicle's toughness, it was an armor characteristic at the time, you couldn't hurt certain things. So strength 4 shooting at toughness 8 couldn't hurt it. Big shout out Keonan gifted a membership. Big shout out Drapkid who's jumped in and gifted 5. Look at that going. 19. Cool. heroes. All you people that are being gifted, make sure you come and join us in the Great Hall. And you get to watch yesterday's Open War Battle Report, which is for members only. And you get to watch a members only battle report from 2 weeks ago, all pre-recorded. And you get to watch last Tuesday's members only stream, which was good fun, much fun. And then this Tuesday is another members only stream. All the content, all the time. And the Liam and Joe show on Tuesday. This is now my wind down for the weekend, by the way. This is my Sunday show wind down. It won't happen next week because I'm at the narrative event at VASHTOR, which I'm looking forward to. I'm hoping your merch arrives before the tournament. I hope it does as well. Mine gave me, I think it might have been an email, Lehman, but because I had to order my own as well, believe it or not. Mine gave me like a manufacture date, and I think mine will get here before the GT. And I think I ordered mine the day before you ordered yours, so I don't think yours will be too far off. Cool German dude, gifted 5. You're a hero. Thank you so much. Cad put the May 40k narrative on the same day as Great Hall Gathering. Yeah, Ed, we're just running out of days. We've got too much going on, so that's a shame. But the Great Hall Gathering is more important. Just saying, chat. That's the one to go for, right? Thank you, Cool German dude. Anyway, you're a hero. 26 memberships. Cool German dude, have you joined the OnlyThanes WhatsApp chat yet? Now you're a big dick and a thane. Have you joined the OnlyThanes WhatsApp chat? Vehicle monster change would mean fewer rolls. Wow. Vashtor is Abaddon's creepy uncle. I actually, people were going to shout at me now. I actually really miss the 7th edition rule set. And if it wasn't for the fact that it's predominantly Space Marines on Space Marines, I'd be really interested in playing Heresy. If it wasn't also for the fact that Heresy content is just flat doing terrible, I really miss some of the 7th edition mechanics. And I know a lot of people hated it, but I miss initiative, and I miss strength and toughness and instant death and characters joining individual. I wish there was a couple of restricting things. So you used to be able to attach multiple characters to a single unit and confer loads of special rules. So if a character had a special rule, he conferred it to the unit that he had. So you could have a character that would confer a feel no pain, and a character that confer this, and a character confer that. And if you attached all 3 of them to the same unit, you just made some super unit. In fact, we called it Death Stars, essentially, back in 7th edition. And a change I would make is that you can only join one character to one unit, right? Haven't said hi yet. Oh, you have joined. Good man. Okay. Good man. So there's a couple of... I think that 7th needed tweaking rather than completely nerfing into oblivion. And what they did is they did the nerf into oblivion. And if we are to believe the rumours that are supposedly coming out about 10th, and I haven't really read them in depth, I just know people that have looked at them, have messaged me and said, please tell me this isn't true. And I'm like, I actually have no idea. I have no idea what they're doing for 10th edition. No idea whatsoever. If some of the rumours that are currently out there are true, I actually fear a little bit for 40k. Is there karaoke for Gyoshi? No. I hear you, 7th edition was fucking awesome. I love 7th edition. It was, the formations made it crazy, but as a core rule set, I actually quite liked it. I think it needed tweaking. That's all I think it needed. If I sing, I may scramble your mind. Never played it, only played 2nd, 8th, and a tiny bit of 9th. You've only played a tiny bit of 9th. You played recently, Matt? Did you play at the start and then you've stopped? I like Heresy games and watch them when they appear on my feed, but I find weeks later videos on channels I follow that never popped up for me. They just don't perform very well. They don't seem to have the same level of audience depth, Walker. And I actually think they're pretty boring to watch as well, personally, despite the fact that I think the actual edition's better. Ager, thank you for gifting 5, my man. What a hero. What a legend. Isn't Vashtor a kind of demon arms dealer? I'd love to see some sort of aura of overcharge to engines but no rerolls. High risk, high reward. I love that kind of stuff, Simon. Something different. This is the other thing as well, right? I understand that they have some limitations because there's only so many rules you can come up with. But I wish there was like a little bit of creativity rather than +1 a hit, reroll ones. The thing is, they've applied those things so commonly in 40k that they're just not fresh or new or exciting anymore. There's nothing exciting now. And that's what makes me sad. There's nothing really exciting. I want some exciting stuff. Something crazy. +1 invulnerable save to demon engines. 6-inch aura +1 invulnerable save to demon engines. Put you on a 4+. That's cool. It's different. Don't really see that at the moment. Dave's idea of trans hitman, as much as I'm against things that really nerf other armies, trans hitman for demon engines is kind of cool, right? Or a 6-inch aura of -1 damage for demon engines is kind of cool. So there's loads of things they could do. These are the sort of things I'd like to see for Vashtor. There's a couple of things I'd like. So here's where I would like him to be. Like I'd kind of feel like I'd like something that buffs the demon engines and something that nerfs enemy vehicles. So something like plus like -1 damage for all demon engines within 6 inches. They basically become dreadnoughts, right? They take -1 damage for all things that come in. And then I like the idea of like every enemy vehicle shooting at them suffers a -1 to hit penalty. Something like that. So vehicles shooting in suffer because he's a machine god representative, right? So he fucks around with their machine spirits and the targeting systems, etc. And he also makes the demon engines a little bit more durable. So by not ramping it up to 4 3+ invulnerable save, there's less feel bad to a point, because you can still do damage, you can still get through, you can still hit and wound, but it's not stupidly broken. And then the -1 to hit kind of narratively plays into the fact that he's fucking with their systems and scrambling their sighting systems and data targeting systems and stuff like that. So I feel like that's like narrative, but also effective, but also not too powerful, which I think's where the rules should be in general, but it's also different enough that we haven't really seen it before. Play a lot of 8th as John, 9th Ed, Admech, Codex broke my brain. Start playing for ages, start playing boarding actions. We got a whole day of boarding actions coming up on Thursday. So a pre-recorded one for YouTube for Saturday, a pre-recorded one for DZ and members the week after, and then streaming in the evening boarding actions with the new, I say new, no longer new, but kind of new Arcs of M and Angron book, which would be cool. Okay. Just have to rename them like he did Psychic Powers. Just have Joe rename them. Well, yeah. Should there be more risk versus reward, like turn into spawn rules? It is chaos after all. I miss some of that stuff as well. I really miss the Chaos Boon table. I love that thing. Deathwing Duck gifting a membership hero puts us on 32. I really miss the Chaos Boon table. That was amazing. Oh, I rolled box cards. I get a Demon Prince on my character. Oh, I rolled Snake Eyes. He turns into a spawn. It was incredible. There was some really cool stuff for orcs as well that was very, very, very chaotic. Like, I miss that kind of stuff. Random is a good idea. Could be like Cesaris' rolling D3. See, again, I do prefer random. Veshman, 100% do prefer random, but sometimes it's a bit... Like, I like random when it's risk-reward. High risk, high reward. That's why I like random. Cesaris buff is kind of not really exciting enough, because, oh, I'm going to put it on my unit of Scorpec. I roll D3, I've got +1 ballistic skill. It's just a bit shit then. It's not really high risk, high reward. It's like, oh, okay, cool. Like, I like the idea of Cesaris, you can choose to give Scorpec +2 attacks each or something. But if you roll a 1, you'll lose a Scorpec Destroyer. So I like the little plasma sights. I think they're pretty cool. I like them for high risk, high reward. They're really sweet. So you can choose to use your little gribbly thing, and you can get extra strength or attacks, whatever it is. But if you roll a 1, you lose a whole Scorpec Destroyer. That's the kind of risk reward that I like, the random risk reward that I really like. John Bricker gifted 1, hero, 33, legend. Come and join us. Will we all be playing Finding Eddie at a Great Hall Gathering? Only for Eddie is actually there. I don't know if he will be there actually. Misgeneric Demons for Chaos Marines as well. Yes. Yeah, Chaos, like, this is the topic. This is a bit of a topic for Joe actually. He's of the opinion that they've... So when the Chaos Space Marine Codex came out, I actually thought they'd done an incredible job, honestly. And I think the internal balance was okay, and I think they were... they've done a reasonable job of writing rules and keeping it quite balanced. If you consider things like Tyranids and Tau and stuff, where they kind of murdered it, I thought they'd actually done quite a nice job of the Chaos Space Marines. And then over time, I feel like they kind of have butchered it into this with the Demons release. Some of the way it works, there's just less narrative flavour than there was. And then Joe believes that they've just straight fucked Chaos Space Marines. Joe's got this conspiracy theory of in his mind at the moment that Games Workshop just hates Chaos Space Marines and Chaos Space Marine players. The Orc Shock Attack gun, that was awesome. That was incredible. That was incredible. The risk reward, all I can think of is when the Stomper's Super Gatler would shoot multiple times but could run out of ammo for the rest of the game. Love that stuff. Sanguinary Guard, love that stuff. The meta-chasing competitive players who are now catered for really don't help the game. 100% Ghastly, completely agree with you. Are old white dwarfs worth anything? I have no idea, James, at all. No idea.
In general in 40k I am missing some taunt mechanism, for example a char or a unit within engagement range of a unit makes that unit only attack with.
In general 40k I'm missing some taunt mechanism. A character or a unit within engagement range of a unit makes it unit attack them. So Blood Angels can do that, Chris Joss. Blood Angels have that option with Heroic Self-Sacrifice, I think it's called. It's a stratagem where you can put a character in and say to your opponent, you can only fight the character. Although I do kind of miss challenges. Who remembers challenges? I like challenges. GW has reduced complexity by moving the game from easy to understand tables by having modifiers. You need maths +3 -5 equals -2, but can't be more than +1 or +2, but rerolls. Lord Adams says, I've been bamboozled. Rerolls negate the maths, yeah. I would have liked to have seen World Eater Berserkers get a mortal on a 6, but dish out D3 auto wounds. Remember when rerolls only came from twin link guns? That was basically all that existed, Ghastly, before. Look at us reminiscing about old 8th edition. I fucking loved 8th edition. It was so good. I used to like the table for NIDS where the opponent rolled before the game started and you might have infantry with anyone seen Bob or vehicle suffer. What the hell is that inside it? Oh, yes. This is the thing, right? So I'm a person who is... I enjoy playing competitively. I enjoy tournaments. I do enjoy tournaments. I'm going to the VASHTOR GT at the end of the month. At the moment, I'm undecided as to whether I'm going to play or just head ref. I haven't actually asked any of the guys if they want to head ref, because if none of them want to, then I will be head refing. And if we head ref, we don't play. But I actually do enjoy competitive 40k. I like that kind of aspect of it. I have fun playing it. But I feel like, much like has already been commented in chat, we've catered far too much to competitive and therefore reduced significantly the amount of random, reduced the risk reward stuff, reduced the random stuff, and arguably we've pulled a lot of narrative flavour out of it. And the balancing, looking at your Goldilocks 45 to 55% zone is just kind of killing some of the fun aspect for me personally. I'm still having great fun and I'm very lucky with the people that I play with. But I want more narrative rules that make narrative sense. I want more narrative rules that have high risk, high reward. Like, that's the sort of thing I'm after. I don't want to reliably be able to get 60 shots that hit on 2s, reroll 1s, wound on 3s with all I don't want that. I don't care about that. I don't want, like how about I don't want Vanquishers and Votan who can roll a single 6 to hit and auto wound and ignore invulnerable saves and ignore armor saves and do a minimum 8 damage. I don't want that. That's bad. It's bad for the game. I've got a judgment token on you. In fact, I've got 3 judgment tokens on you. I just rolled a 4+ and I've already wounded you and you don't get a save and you've not got an invulnerable save. And here's how much damage you're taking. That's feel bad stuff, right? What's all this 40k talk? I'm lost. So with cool characters like Vashtor and cool characters like Farsight and cool characters like Snickrot, I want them to be able to bring in cool new rules. And I want it to be fun and interesting and random and wild. Especially like Orcs should be crazy to a point. I want them to be terrifying, but I also want them to fight each other and explode and all kinds of stuff like that. And I want some of these really fancy characters to give you really high reward, but give you decent risk as well. Like, I like that idea. I'm a big fan of that. And I think some of the big competitive players out there would have an absolute fucking aneurysm if they looked at some of the old rules that existed. Like the shock attack gun. Right? I think people would just lose their shit. Like the old Chaos Boon table. Remember using the Chaos Boon table at tournaments and people going, what are you doing? Like, it's cool. My character has just slain your character. I'm going to see if he turns into a demon prince. That's fucking excellent 40k, that, in my opinion. Really miss the Chaos Boon table. I missed the swingy nature of Orcs. It made them fun to play. Didn't care if I won then. Exactly. Played a narrative match as Blood Angels where for every unit one of your troops or elites you kill or a d6. If you roll under the units that have been killed, you lose to the Black Rage and Red Thirst. That's fucking cool. I like that sort of stuff. At least the Hammerhead Railgun, it feels like it makes sense and you don't auto-wound. Yeah, exactly. I think the way to separate competitive foot game from narrative fun play, I like the fact as well, by the way, that we're calling it competitive and fun, because often those things are very different, right? The game is so far away from what I got into the hobby back in the 90s. I don't know how that would work, though. I think we do need to separate it out. We do. And the thing is, it kind of used to be that way as well. So you used to have Games Workshop's version of 40k, and then Frontline made their own ITC version. And what we found in 9th edition is they've kind of amalgamated the two, and Games Workshop have taken it on, and I don't think they've done great. What all was a spawn exactly. I love that risk reward though, Deathwing Duck. My Chaos character just slain a Space Marine character. Roll on the boon table. Oh, the gods weren't happy. I'm now a spawn. That was epic. It was epic because you also knew if you rolled a 666, you were a Demon Prince. High risk, high reward can easily decay. Oh, she's going to read this out for me, isn't she? I'll let her do it in a minute. For me, a world-beaten Berserker.
High risk, high reward can easy decade into random gamble. We need interactive mechanics that give advantage at a cost or at a possible retaliation.
Agree. I'll under Lorenzo agree completely. 100%, yeah. Yeah, there's a balance to be struck there completely. Would you do an experiment play 7th ed now and give a fair summary? I could try, but we'd need to find 7th edition codexes as well. Although it does mean I could probably bust out Codex Demonkin, which is cool. For me, a World Eater Berserker going nuts on a 6 smashes him or his comrade in the face with a chain axe, bit like Khan. You hit hard and wipe your own unit, so funny. Pretty, like the nails are singing, Kai. Pretty narrative though as well. On the splitting comp and narrative, just have comp them out of the army, same warlord, strats, relics available, and no special army rules. Yeah, I mean, I guess that you could potentially pull out a load of the sort of random options if you wanted to go down the competitive route. I guess kind of works. There's a sick rule for Blood Angels 3rd edition where your chaplain was accompanied by D3+3 Death Company, 180 points in total. That's cool. I like that. The Chaos Boon table had an epic moment for me when a cultist champion killed a Grey Knight Terminator Sergeant in a challenge and became a Demon Prince. That's what I'm talking about, Ed. That's what's missing, right? That's just fucking cool. 7th ed rules are on the shelf. In fact, I've got 7th ed rules here, Gaz. Still somewhere. It's about the you need to find the codexes. If they've got the codexes, we might be on. Have you considered doing a 5th edition battle report? You just get old books and enjoy them. I think we might do this. Although I think what we would probably have to do in seriousness, to start with, Joe and I, is we'd have to play it pre-recorded because it would be a big shock to the system. Yeah. I think we'd have to do it that way rather than stream it. If we did a couple of them and we were comfortable with the rules, we could probably stream it. Because streaming it, I think, would be a lot of fun for you guys. Rolled Spawn and 2 games of my Lord in one day before was fucking awesome. I miss it. What Harpedis to that 7th edition rules on it? Does it now? Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. We just need the old. So if they've got the old codex as well, we might better make it work. Is what I'm saying, team. No promises. Might better make it work. But I really miss 7th edition. I loved it. It was great. And I don't hate 9th. Like, I'm having lots of fun with 40k right now. I started today building my Chaos Lord and Juggernaut. Not Lord and Vicatus, just normal Lord and Juggernaut. And I'm just really enjoying 40k at the moment. I'm having lots of fun. And a lot of that's to do with Brom and Joe and Paddy. So, you know, no complaints, no real complaints of me. Like, these boxes, like Vashtor, I feel like they're just a bit of a shitty cash grab, and I don't like it. Like, I don't like. There's just not even the honesty with this is when Vashtor's going on general sale in the future. So if you want him in this box set, you've got 2 months before we're releasing the actual one. And I kind of understand it business perspective wise. I just think they could do with earning themselves some good favor right now, right? They could do with earning themselves some good favor. And Vashtor's a stunning model, and he's gonna sell because Chaos players everywhere are gonna want him, I think, because he just looks really cool. I think he looks really cool. an Azrael. Is there a Dark Angels player out there that doesn't want that new Azrael? I think almost all of them will. There's a couple of people that have got their own kit bashers who might think that their own kit bash, like my friend Martin Waller, he got one sculpted by Ampharius on Instagram, and he probably won't want the new Azrael because his one is stunningly beautiful, and it was custom made and custom sculpted. But let's be honest with you, most Dark Angels players are going to buy that new Azrael. You didn't need to slam it in a £120 box or how, because that's what that box is going to be, right? It's going to be minimum 120. It's going to be from Games Workshop, minimum 120. You didn't need to slam those two models in a 120 box to sell them. And then they've kind of done the same with Farsight and Snickrot. They go straight into boarding actions boxes. So people that want them is they have to buy boarding actions. It's really fucking shitty that the only way you're going to get access to Farsight is in a £60 boarding action box.
I'd still like to get my Rogel Dawn. P.S. Happy Sunday.
Thank you, Rimney. I'm still waiting for my Rogel Dawn. I'm still waiting for a Rogel Dawn. I'm still waiting for 8-bound. Just getting current models would be nice than getting new ones, right? just getting new ones. Just getting current ones would be nice. What positives do you feel can come out of today's update? What updates, Gaz? Which ones? What do you mean? Getting new models in box sets is just, it feels bad. I don't like... So this is the thing. The Farsight box, the Snickrot box, right? Those ones I'm more okay with. I still think it's a bit cash grabby, but I'm more okay with them because if you're looking at that new Farsight model or you're looking at that new Snickrot model and thinking, oh, that makes me want to collect an Orc army or that makes me want to collect a Farsight army, then there is almost a bit of a bargain to be had there because you get them discounted. Now, if you are a current Tau player who already has plenty of crisis seats and doesn't need any more because you've got loads because they've been great for a while, then I don't feel like that's then great value for you, but you might want the model, and then you're going to go, well, then we encourage the thing Joe and I talked about last week, where you're probably going to buy it, keep Farsight, try and sell the rest. Then we create this super cheap market on eBay. Arguably, it is better for other players because you're just going to have swathes of crisis suits and fire arrows that are super cheap on eBay, which everyone's getting rid of it just because they want the new Farsight model. So on the whole, that's arguably positive for other players. But for the player buying the box himself, it's a bit of a feels bad. He's got to buy the box and try and recuperate some of the cost. Either that or he's got to wait for Farsight to come out on his own. The problem I have with the Vashtor style box is that there's two armies in it. I don't know how often I've bought a box where I collect both of the armies that are in that double box. And then you have to go and find someone who might want the other half of that box from you. Right? And we're talking about a box where realistically the two characters are the only exciting new models. So even if someone does play Dark Angels, a friend of yours does play Dark Angels, and you go, hey, do you want to split this £120 box with me? We'll pay £60 each, and you'll get Azrael and Deathwing Terminators and Intercessors. You might go, I don't need any Deathwing Terminators or Intercessors. I don't want to pay £60 for Azrael. At which point you're paying £120 for Vashtor, and you might not be able to get rid of the rest. That feels bad, right? I think it's fine as long as they come out solo after a reasonable time frame. Yeah, I mean, I'd kind of like that communicated. I'm happy with the Tau box. 3 Crisis is 40 plus a squad of Fire Rise is almost 30, and Farsight probably 30. No. So I'm saying if you want all that stuff, I'm not saying it's bad value. It's good value, specifically when it's focused on a single faction, like the Tau one and like the Tyranid one. When it's focused on a single faction, I think it's good value. I used to make do with plasticine, paper, and an imagination when I was a kid. I've given so much money to GW just to rekindle the spark. Now that I have a job, still enjoying it though. GW, good at GW. They are 100%. Liam, I'd love to get your thoughts on availability. So many models still outstanding. We've paid for. And same with most Black Library books. Feel so bad to me. Love the show. Yeah. I mean, I don't even have a huge... So this is... Okay, we're circling back around to a similar thing, actually. A similar issue, to be honest with you, Yorkshire Hammer. I'm still waiting for Rogel Dawn. I'm still waiting for 8-bound. What I would like is just some fucking communication. What I would like is an email saying, we're aware you're still waiting for these items. This is what's going on. This is an estimate as to when we're going to have them ready. All we want all I want, at least, and I think I probably speak for a lot of people when I say all we want is a bit of communication. That's it. Just say to me, we've had a problem with dispatch, we're having a problem with production, this is why. I don't need detail, just loose, this is why. We suspect we're going to get your Rogel Dawn to you within 4 weeks. We will keep you updated. That's all I want. That's all I want. Do you guys want a Dark Angel channel army? Yeah, we don't have one currently. Essentially what they're doing is putting high demand items behind an elitist paywall. It doesn't help buy into the hobby in the current financial climate. No, it doesn't. I've bought Hexfire box last year and sold Grey Knights. On the other hand, I've bought half another box on eBay for what would be half the price of the whole box. I mean, that's not bad. I'm hoping this weekend at the narrative event, with your help, we can make a new, will be a character called the Butcher Surgeon. Are you coming to the event, Lehman? That'd be cool. That'd be cool, man. I have got a call at night. Happy hobbying, everyone, and try and be positive person in the hobby. Yeah, guys, 100%. 100%. Although I'm whinging a bit, right? but what I'm suggesting with my whinge is a fix, an easy fix. Just communicate to us. Just tell us what's going on. The only time I wanted a box with 2 armies was Blood of the Phoenix, and I've still yet to open it. Granted, it was a birthday present back then, but still, do I open it just for Banshees and Jane Sar? 100% you do. They're beautiful models. I just feel if prices go up and some stuff gets ring fenced into certain box sets, the least we could do is get decent delivery and customer service. And the thing is, what I'm saying, Yorkshire, is I don't even necessarily blame the delivery, because shit happens, things go wrong, machines break, robots fight, things happen. That's all I care about. Things happen. All I care about is knowing what they're doing about it. Communication is so simple. I try and be, with you guys, with my audience, I try and be ridiculously open and honest about everything all the time, because it just makes sense for me to communicate open and honestly with my customers about what's happening, and I feel like it builds trust. And when you build trust, what you also typically do is you build patience in people. They become more patient, they become more keen to allow the mistakes to happen and be a bit more understanding about it, especially when you go, hey, this is what happened, we weren't expecting it, we're rectifying it, hey, this was an issue that we had, blah 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 blah, right? Communication is so key in business in general, everywhere, no matter what you are, whether you're a YouTube channel, whether you're a model manufacturer, whether you're a coffee shop, whether you're a burger bar, whatever you are, whoever you are, communication in a customer facing industry is key. They just don't do it very well. And they're 100 times better than they were before. But when it comes to that monumental issue with stock and supply right now, I just want an email telling me what's going on and when I can expect my products. And I also wonder, if we circle back round for the title of the video as where stream comes to an end, I also wonder, I genuinely wonder if people will be put off from buying things like VASHTOR from Games Workshop if they think, well, I might buy the pre-order and I might not get it. Like, I might just have to wait 6 weeks before they finally ship it to me. I'm still waiting on a Rogel Dawn. It's a long time, that, right? It's a long time. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this random Sunday night stream. Every now and again, I'm going to keep trying to pop on a Sunday for an hour. If I'm at an event like this next weekend at the Narrative, then I probably won't be able to do a stream, because I'll be at the Narrative, I'll be exhausted. But this weekend has been mostly spent at home. Been working, and I said to Lise, it was literally, it was 10 to 7, 10 to 8, and I was like, I feel like I'm going to stream. I wasn't going to stream. I even said in the OnlyFans that I wasn't going to stream. But I said, I feel like I'm going to stream for a bit. What do you reckon? So if you are interested in more of these, let me know in the comments below once the stream finishes. Please jump in and say, thanks for the stream. We want more Sunday streams. I can't do them every Sunday, like I said, because of events, but I can try and do a couple more here and there, maybe. I think this one's exciting because I think Vashtor is an exciting release, which is why we jumped in and said hello to you people. Before you go, what you could also do for me is you can smash that massive like button for me, pretty please. Right, just let's 133 likes, 190 people watching. Let's get to 150 before we go. Thank you to everybody who super chat tonight. You're amazing. We do donate 10% of our super chat revenue to charity, so thank you. And thank you to everybody who gifted memberships. 33 new members on a random Sunday where I would normally have none is amazing. Thank you so much. I love you all very, very dearly. If you've got comments and thoughts on VASHTOR, on Snickrot, on Farsight, on Azrael, on the box sets, then please smash them in the comment section below. And if you want more content, well, Liam and Joe, me and Joe, are streaming tomorrow on our other channel, which might be in the video link below. Otherwise, Nightbot has been posting links in the chat to that channel, and we'll be streaming tomorrow afternoon to that channel from some Call of Duty type stuff, probably. Otherwise, it'll be Liam and Joe show on Tuesday for 40k content at 1:30, and then our members only stream on Tuesday night. Tons of content coming for you. I'm super busy, and I've got some really exciting stuff coming soon. I can't tell you about it, but I'm very excited about what's coming soon in the future. That's all I'm going to say. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.